Hey everyone, we're here again. Another evening with me. Feel free to join in, chime in anytime, share, like, comment. You know the drill, and you know who I am by now. This is Corinne Lafont, and this is being broadcasted on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook at the same time. And so we're here once again to share another tidbit experience, my experience, one of the many experiences, because we all have our own experiences, with you today on the You Know When. It's a 12 days countdown to Christmas. So you will be seeing me here every day. Today is day 8. So we started about 4 days ago from 12, 11, 10, 9, and now we're at 8. Imagine that. Time really doesn't sit still for anyone. It's not sitting still, it's going whether you do something or not. It is going. Time is going and it's getting closer to the end of 2021 and moving into 2022. Wow. It's not sitting and waiting for you to decide if you should take action or think about something or get all the ducks in a row, whatever that means for you. It's not sitting and waiting on you. You have to take action if you want to see things going on, no matter how small the action is, how consistent it is, although consistency is important, but taking action is important. So time isn't waiting on you. So it's amazing that we're at day 8 and I just started this a few days ago. So we're getting closer to day 1, which is the 24th of this month, when I will close off the You Know When series. And so today we are having another tip of You Know When. And I think I'm going to continue this series somehow. I don't know if I will do it on this platform or share it on this platform, but either way, will be sharing it with you. I think it's important, it's like a reflection. I think it's more like a journal for me, which is good. A video journal. Isn't that awesome? I think you guys should do that too. A video journal. There's so much that we can share and learn from each other. There's so many things that happen, even up to this point in the day, that I can share. Just note my experiences and come on and share, and how it can help me to grow as a person, help you to grow as a person, or help somebody else. You could take it and share with somebody else who didn't watch it. And that's the power of the technology that we're using today, the viral nature. We can get messages, information out to people faster, quicker, just by the click of a button, the sharing of a link, sitting with someone if you're in the presence of the person, or even streaming the video, taking the video, watching it on a shared platform, Zoom or whatever it may be, for somebody else to benefit. So I think I'm going to continue this. I'm enjoying it. It may not be every day because that takes a lot, but I like doing it because it's a video journal. And just like how they encourage persons to write and reflect, it's amazing when you write things down and you look back. It's really, really important and therapeutic for you to look back at where you came from, because a lot of us feel when we're in that present moment that we haven't accomplished anything, we haven't grown, we are in the same place, when that's not necessarily so, if you're really honest with yourself. Now, all of this, what I'm saying, is not the tidbit, but you get tips from it anyway. And that's just a little intro into what we're going to be discussing today, or me sharing rather today. So, when you need to develop a closer relationship with your intuition, when you keep going against it and end up in worse situations than before, knowing that you just had this knowing that something was wrong, and you allowed yourself to be talked out of it through rationalization and through sharing and discussing with friends. You were talked out of it. Yeah. And this sort of builds on what I had shared in the past few days about building its silence and spending time with you. If you look back at all at the 3 days or 4 days that I have been sharing in this When series, you can go back on my Facebook page, my LinkedIn, and my YouTube channel And you can see that um, it sort of builds. And when I started this, I didn't think about building, like a building block, but the thoughts just flow out of me or flowed out of me because, like I said, it's not of my own doing. It's inspiration, is what I'm told to share, what I'm told to give. Somebody needs this. I need it. So even if somebody doesn't take it, I need it. And so I'm doing this for me to hear myself speak out, to meditate on it, to ponder, to look within myself, to do, like, as I mentioned, I think it was yesterday, that self introspection, that introspection, that examination of conscience, and taking responsibility and accountability for what I say and do, or think. Yes, because what we think is also very important. So let me go back to what I just said a while ago. So, when you need to develop a closer relationship with your intuition, when you keep going against it and you end up in worse situations, knowing that you felt that something was wrong. And people could easily confuse it with a feeling, because it is a feeling, but you say things like, I knew it. I knew I should have. I just sense that, and you have that 2020 vision after, and you're like, I just knew it. So it's a knowing more than a feeling. It kind of mixes in together, but it's a feeling in your gut. You feel it like deep in your gut. It makes you uncomfortable. Something is just saying don't, or don't go there, or even sometimes it may be yes to certain things, but most of the times it may be no, because we tend to go against it. Yeah. And we talk to people about what we are going through, thinking that they have had the experience of whatever it is, or they have the wisdom to be able to share with you what you should do. We put our faith and trust in people, when the person we should be putting our faith and trust in is God. Yeah. And I point upwards, but He's all around. Yeah. And I'm not trying to push faith on anyone or what my beliefs are on anyone. I'm just saying, trusting in another human being is just really not the way to go. Trust your intuition, which has been given to you. It has been given to you, whether you believe in God or not. It doesn't mean that he or she doesn't exist, but it has been given to you as a GPS to help you to navigate life. Following your head is not the way to go. I was on an interview earlier today, a podcast, and I shared this, and I'm just reiterating. Is that a word? I'm re-emphasizing that today in this discussion with you. Don't follow your head. Your head is going to rationalize, that kind of uh, devil on one side, angel on the other side, and it's going to play on your mind. You end up going into over analysis, overthinking till you start to go crazy. You're like, oh, no, you don't want to do that. That happens to me, and you have to calm down and shut the voices up. Shut it up. Shut it up. And it's like, I am not going to be taking you on. I'm just going to relax, let it go, let it, whatever the universe decides for it to do, let it do. As the people say, where the chips fall, that so be it. Don't follow your heart, because it is very deceptive. It's built on emotions and feelings. It's very deceptive. It flutters. It goes like hills and valleys. One minute you're up, down. One minute you love, one minute you hate. That shouldn't be. You can't be saying you love something at one point, and that same person thing you love, you hate. Something is definitely wrong with that. Right? Love and hate, they say there's a thin line there. There isn't. You either love something or you hate something. And I don't even like to use the word hate. I don't believe in hate. I think it's a very toxic, festering, like a virus, like a parasite that just stays in you and grows and multiplies and takes you over like a cancer. I don't like the word hate. So I am all about love, and I prefer to spread love, give love, share love, manifest love, because the more of that you do is the more you attract. More gratitude, more patience, more peace, more joy, more bliss. Isn't that what we want more in our lives? There are some people who clearly don't want that, because their words and their actions don't match up. Okay. And they just go about their life planning, scheming, plotting, talking negatively about someone, you know, as opposed to spreading joy and laughter. So, coming back to what I'm saying about following your intuition, it is your guiding chip. We trust Siri and we trust Google Maps and Waze and all the other technology that we have in our cars to guide us, but your intuition is your natural Siri inside of you, your natural Corrine, your voice talking back to you. And why I say trust that intuition? Because your intuition is the only thing in you that has been embedded in you to protect you. Your mind wasn't there to protect you. Your heart isn't built in you to protect you. It serves a function, yes, to beat, to pump blood and all of that. But your intuition actually is that guiding chip to that GPS to protect you at all costs. You actually would hear it screaming at you. Sometimes it even manifests in you being sick. You start to feel to throw up because it just doesn't like where you placed yourself, your body, where you are. You don't like it. You don't like the people. You don't want to be there. You know, you don't want to eat that thing. You don't want to say that thing. You don't want to be in a relationship with this person. You don't want to be in this job. You just, it makes you sick. It manifests itself in ways of disease and sickness because you are resisting what your intuition is telling you to protect you. Build a relationship with your intuition. And you might be thinking, and how do I do this, Corinne? Meditation. You have to be in a place of, I wouldn't say complete silence, but complete silence is the best way because you have to hear. And a lot of people shy away and run from that because they hear voices, they don't want to be dealing with it, but that's the only way. You have to go through the valley of the shadow of death to be able to come back to yourself. Just know that you're not alone. You will never be alone, and you need to connect with who you are. You need to connect with who you are. I hope everyone is hearing me. Let me just make sure that everyone is hearing me. I mean, I should have done this before just to make sure that everyone is hearing me. Let me just check to see here. I tested the mic before. Right. So you all are hearing me. Beautiful. So, yeah, build that relationship, strengthen that relationship with that GPS, that inner child that is within you to protect you because it's you. It's a smaller version of child. How you would protect a child, I would like to think. If you see a child in danger, whether on the road or you see something that's not right, not normal, you will step in to protect. But why aren't you protecting yourself, your child? We all have a child in us. No matter how we grown physically, the hair, the gray hair, the changes in the physical features, and you're big and whatever. No, you are still a child. You still want love. You still want attention. You still feel hurt. You still go through the trauma. You are still a child. And it's amazing. No matter how old we get, old in age, old, whatever you might want to consider it, you still feel that pain as if you were a child. When somebody bring up something or trigger something, or you find yourself in a situation, you actually go into that fetal position and you're back to that child. A lot of us say, I'm a big man, I'm a big woman, I could. No, you're not. You're just saying that to cover and to mask the pain that you feel. And you're silencing that intuition that is trying to protect you. Follow your intuition, and you may find yourself in even less situations where you have to go into that fetal position. You're more vertical. You can stand up to it. You can say no. No is one of the most powerful words in the vocabulary. No, it's easy to say. And there are various ways to say it. I wouldn't say it here because this is public, but there are various ways to say no. And you say it with respect, and you can say it even with a bit of disrespect if it calls for that. okay, to protect yourself. So build that relationship with your intuition, which is there to protect you. It's not there to hurt you. Because if you think about it, you know very well that when you have ignored and silenced and went against what your intuition tell you or told you, you ended up in you know where. And you want to knock yourself silly when you look back and say, you knew it. I just knew it. Those are the words you said. It's a knowing. Build that relationship by spending time with yourself, being in silence, meditating, listening to, singing bowls. Check that out on YouTube. There are many meditative um, videos that are there that can help you to relax, silence, and just be away from the noise. Yeah, be away from the noise. So my 15 minutes is up. I'm now gone over to 6:31, and so I want to say to you, thank you for spending the time with me, and I appreciate you being here. Look back at the previous episodes in the series of You Know When, and check it out. Comment, like, share, and of course, if you want to join me here in studio, I'm always willing to share the link, and you could join me here and be able to have your moment of glory here with me as well on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Have a great evening, everyone, and look out for the link for tomorrow's session, same time, same place. Take care.